I was in the worst shape of my life, and my wife had started exercising with some friends. And at some point, I got talked into trying out something I swore I would never do. You definitely do not need to be in shape to start CrossFit. I was 40 years old, in the worst shape of my life. We middle of a pandemic, and I had been working remotely and traveling for work for years, and had not really done much in the way of exercising much beyond sitting in front of a computer screen working and getting up to get food. I mean, I was in the worst shape of my life. At first, it's pretty intimidating and confusing and kind of terrifying, and you kind of walk away not sure if it's right or wrong, but you feel like you should come back. So in a traditional gym, you go in typically by yourself. Maybe you have a friend. You get weights and you work back and forth. At Envision, you're working out with a group of people that are all working together towards the same goals at different levels. And so you can be someone that is at one level working out with somebody who's 15 levels above you and somebody who's 10 levels below you, and everyone is still working towards the same goals, still encouraging each other in the same way. There's this tightly knitted group of people that continues to grow, that encourage each other up and down in skill levels. Having you guys as a support system is what caused me to prioritize my health. I went from having nothing better to do in a pandemic to having a group of people that were really supportive and really encouraging, and that's what actually helped me to want to continue to push forward with this, because there's lots of days where you feel like quitting, and having people that are encouraging and supportive makes all the difference in the world. When you first get started, all of your goals are, man, I don't even think I can do that. You watch people do things that seem impossible, and then you start being able to do them over time, and then you get to a place where you can do them well, and you kind of, again, everything is this evolution. And so for me, you start getting to this place where you want to improve your times. You want to improve your heart rate. You want to improve your ability to move from one exercise to the next. It's kind of funny. I think all of us at some point when we get started, from everyone that I've talked to, thinks about quitting because it's hard at first. Not because you're lifting all this weight or doing all of this stuff. You're doing things that you've never done before, and you're learning. And getting over that initial hump, that's when things really get good. And so if you're thinking about, quitting, if you're thinking about giving up, talk to one of us. We've all been there. Every single one of us have gone through at least one time where maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Maybe I just don't get it. Maybe all these things. Every single one of us have gone through those thoughts and those feelings, and at the end of the day, those of us that are still here, we didn't give up, and every single one of us has been through it. And so talk to us, talk to the coaches, and just because it's those feelings, those concerns, all of that is completely normal. But that's when you're just on the edge of starting to get to those places where things start getting good and feeling good. And it's like when you're feeling that way, that's kind of like your body's way of telling you, I don't know how I feel about being pushed like this. And then you get over that hump, and then you're like, man, I'm really glad I did that.